Welcome to the Windows Computer and Technology channel, and this week was Patch Tuesday week, of course, the second Tuesday of the month. So on August the 9th, there was release of security updates for Windows. Pretty big security updates. As we said, there are a lot of fixes in there, and there was a zero-day flaw to be fixed also that was already exploited in the wild. The few questions I had this week concerning the updates, and if we look at the updates, first when you look at the Windows version for Windows 10, everybody should be on 19.04.3, 19.04.4, or in my case 19.04.5, and the ending .1889. So it came, of course, as a cumulative update for Windows 10 and Windows 11, also in Windows 8.1. The questions pretty much asked was how long does it take to install? So I was looking at the comments, because here it installed in a very fast, an SSD computer and modern computers. And I don't have a lot of software in here. It's really, the Windows machine here is really at its minimum of what you need to work, basically. So this definitely makes it as fast as possible for updates. For me, I don't think it took more than 10 minutes, but some of you have been, I've been reading the comments. Some with older computers say that 2-3 hours for the update to install and work. So it's pretty amazing how long it can be on some machines. I sometimes wonder about that length, because even on older machines that I've had, I've never really had any updates that were more than half an hour to an hour. And so when I see people post 3 hours, 4 hours for an update, I'd be curious to see the machine. And of course, if it's an old machine with of course mechanical hard drives are slower. I still find that quite long, but anyways, it's typical and gives an idea that some of you have updates. These updates take a long time. The other question about the updates is about the fact that, is there any problems? Did anybody just, find that something went wrong after this update? For such a huge security update, because it's one of the big months for security, it actually isn't that bad. I don't see right now any out of the blue problems that we've seen in the past few months, that there always a little something here and there that was breaking, or printers and stuff like that. In this case, it seems to be not only, especially if you've not installed the updates for bug fixes, not only does it seem to roll out quite well and have very few problems or people complaining, but also it seems to, it does fix a few things if you actually have not installed the last update for bug fixes. So, overall, it doesn't seem to be too much of a problem. The background noise, as I call it, as I always say, because people say, well, look at all the problems people are complaining about. Yeah, but, when you have 1.5 billion PCs with Windows 10, even if, 0.5% of people have a problem, it's still a lot of people. And who complains? Of course, the people that have problems. So it looks huge in terms of, people complaining, but in reality, it's really a small subset, a very, very small subset of people having problems. You have probably the same amount of people and the same percentage of people having problems installing, say, a Mac update. So, and for those saying that Linux is always perfect, I've had enough Linux distros over years to know that updates in Linux distros are often problematic. It's not true that it's always perfect and everything works well. So, it's the standard bottom line of who has problems. Of course, when you do have problems, it's always a problem. It's always, something you hate. Thing is, a lot of those problems are created by the user themselves. So depending on what you have, too many people are still running too many junk software that they think you need to, help clean Windows. Actually, using cleaners is often one of the causes of actually breaking Windows Update, because it does something at some point that is not, it's going to break the way the Windows updates work. So that's why I always say stop using those software. They're crappy and useless, including CCleaner. And, it's overall pretty good rollout. So both for Windows 11 and Windows 10. If anything else appears, I will, of course, comment about it. But for now, pretty good. If you enjoy my videos, please subscribe, give us thumbs up. Thank you for watching.